Alright, so it's been a long trip, and as you might imagine, I'm not a boat driver. Yeah, I don't do boats. I prefer cars, things with four wheels and a road underneath them. Am I even where I think I am? It looks like the arrows are all in weird places. Oh goodness, I'm still not in America. Well, looks like my navigation is terrible as well. Well, at least this sounds cool. Is that a racetrack or something? What was that over there? Oh goodness. Well, I may not quite be out of fuel in this thing. I tell you what though, this thing is so loud, I don't really want to drive it much more. Welcome back to the show, and here we are with another vehicle from the 40s. We have two more after this before we do a little bit of competition. This vehicle here is one of the two British themed automakers. This one being Uniquities, and it's the Venus. You see the car is really designed as a luxurious vehicle, and it kind of has like a really strange shape, but it definitely looks like it's ready to go fast, which it can, since it can get up to 132. Now if you remember last week I said that was actually the fastest that a vehicle had made it in the 40s, and funny enough is it was a British vehicle. Not intentional, by the way. But this vehicle is packing a lot of power. As a luxurious vehicle should. It's got 246 horsepower and 245.6 torque. Which means it's definitely no slug, and it will get going. Again, with these vehicles, I don't really touch the quality sliders other than the Blortus, which I nuked everything because it was funny. The vehicle is definitely showing up as a premium luxury, a touring car, and just because of how much power it has, the muscle crowd is definitely into it. And this vehicle, in comparison to the supercar from last video, is about 10,000 cheaper. Which means you can get a car that is quite competitive and soft to drive, but it's not necessarily the fastest. Now, I have this hooked up to a 4x4 system because in my headcanon for Uniquities, they make a unique style all-wheel drive system, which gives you a low and high range. But with these cars, I will never turn off the all-wheel drive system, so they will only be all-wheel drive, unlike a standard 4x4, which you can make two-wheel drive. Well, with that, let's get back to the episode. So what's this car all about? Well, let me turn it over. It sounds similar to the other one, except not bursting my eardrums. Alright. So what's this sign up here say? Racetrack. Heck yeah. While I'm here, why not have a little bit of fun? I mean, check this place out. Haven't been on a racetrack since I left the industrial park back. I'm not exactly sure how long it's been. There we go. So the way these V12 cars are working seems a little strange. Like, they don't want to launch very well for some reason. Oh, goodness. This car is definitely all-wheel drive. You can feel the understeer. It's a good vehicle, though. Judging by the fact that everything is written in English and it's all on the opposite side of the road from what I'm used to, I'm gonna guess I must be in, like, the UK or something. Which means this car was built by them. What it's worth. It's a good vehicle. Whew. Oh yeah, that was good. So much better getting to actually have a little fun, but sadly it's not quite, wait, what's that? Now that looks old. That looks like a really old machine. Welcome back to Automation again. That's right, we have two vehicles in this episode because they're both from the same country, so I figured, hey, why not? Let's do them both at the same time. This one is from the manufacturer Deluxe. Clearly you can tell where they're going. And this vehicle is the Palladium Super. Reason it's called the Palladium Super is because it's actually an upgraded version of the original car, which was similar, called the Palladium, but it had some issues. It was actually made on, if anybody knows of this mod body, you'll know that there is a long version of it. This is actually the shorter version, so the Palladium Super is shorter, which means it's a little bit lighter and actually runs way better. Now, this one is, this company, I've decided, that they do V16s, and not only do they do V16s, they try and cram the largest V16 they can make into a vehicle. So that is a 21.7 liter V16, because why not? It does give this vehicle 827 pounds of torque and 334 horsepower, which is probably the most power of any vehicle in this run of the series. However, it does only get up to, oh shoot, where'd it go? There it is, 86 miles an hour. That's what they estimate it, because it does weigh so much. Where'd it go? There we go. Because it weighs nearly 7,000 pounds. It has a lot of power, but it also has a whole lot of weight that it's trying to make move anywhere. This vehicle, I did tweak the quality sliders for the tires because I didn't want them to burst from the amount of weight, and I didn't touch the brakes. That explains some things. You'll see that later though. The car will actually wheel spin and everything, and yeah, it's just overall a really nice vehicle. And yeah, I made it solid gold. It actually looks worse in BeamNG, unfortunately. I think it actually looks okay over here, but whatever. And even in the markets, they just don't know what to do with this thing because it's so astronomically expensive. Yeah, 84,200. Like, nobody wants to buy that. It's more expensive than the car that can go 160. But it apparently scores pretty okay in GT Premium. Though at that rate, you might as well just go buy the other car. It's definitely more of a collector's vehicle. Anyway, with that, let's get back to the episode again.
Well, it seems like there's no one else around, so I might as well give it a shot, right? Ooh, and it's quiet. Oh. Wow. This feels nice. This thing's a cruiser, that's for sure. And it's got some go. There's none of that weird V12 like stuttering. Oh dear. Though I will say, it does seem as though the brakes don't really work. They're more of a suggestion than they are brakes. But you know what? Why don't I run it around when I just ran the other one? Just for a little feel. Oh man, this thing will burn out. Whew. Alright. The first corner. Whoa, it wants to drift on me. This is probably one of the most fun vehicles I've had the pleasure to drive. I mean, that Italian car is fast and all, but it's definitely made detrimental by how loud it is. Except it definitely also has better brakes than this thing. This thing's brakes are not good. Well, to be honest, based on the way the vehicle feels, maybe it's not so much that the brakes are bad as much as the car just weighs a lot. But it drives so good. If it weren't for the problematic brakes, I probably would want to take this car with me. But, seeing as how the thing doesn't really want to stop, and it seems like it's probably like some kind of heirloom or something, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna grab that other vehicle. Yeah, this thing seems way too old for me to be cruising around in it all willy-nilly. That's alright. This one seems like a good functional vehicle. And since this seems to have all-wheel drive, it does mean that if I do have any problems, I can get wherever I gotta go, right? Where was that entrance so I can get back out of here? I need to get back on the road or find a new way to get over the ocean, because clearly the boat didn't work. I'm just gonna go this way. Who's gonna stop me? Boats didn't work. I wonder if there's any other way I can get out of here. Or a really big boat. Although I still suck at driving boats. Ooh, wait a second. Is this an airport? It might be an airport. I'm not saying I'm a very good pilot, but I feel like I might be better at getting home with a plane. Oh, wait. That's assuming there even is any planes. It looks like there might just be one, though. Oh, yes, yes, yes! It looks like I can fly home. It almost seems like it was waiting for me. Not strange at all. Well, if I don't crash and die in the middle of an ocean, I guess I'll see you in America. Alright.